Things we need to stop teaching our children. 1, to go to school and go to college and become and work with someone else. 2, to be a slave. Follow the rules. If a school ever told me my daughter wasn't listening, I wouldn't go home and whip her ass. I would go home and ask her why she's not listening. If she said it was dumb and it didn't make sense, I would tell her it's not real, it's white history. I would be more on her side than the school side because she's my child and I trust her more than I trust the system that was not designed for her at all. 3, to whip your children's ass. I think that black people think that since slavery whipped our ass so good, we should whip our children's good. This is this is 3. I got cut off. We can't whip our kids' ass. I think that we think we beat our children into submission, they would be better people. We're just beating them into we're doing a master's job for him. We're beating our own children into submission so they can listen to society's rule that's not made for them. Like, what's the point of beating yourself for 20 years and then he goes outside and makes some mistakes and he's in jail for like 40 years? Like, let your children be free. And another thing we're not used to seeing when we see these black rich kids is we see free children. They look crazy. They look crazy clothes, but they're free. And a lot of times we don't really know what free look like until we see it. And then we see it and say it's weird, but they're free. They're not free, but they're free than us. Does money make you free if you're black? I was on the train yesterday and this lady's daughter sat up. She said, if you don't sit the fuck down. That is a 1-year-old, miss. Why you so curtain on a 1-year-old to sit the fuck down? The way we speak to our children, the way we belittle our children, the way we beat them into submission is not helping them become better people, but helping them become better slaves, better listeners, better workers, better. You're not making them bosses. I think I'm on 4. This is off the top of my head. 4. We need to teach our children about things besides how they look. I see a lot of times in black culture, my daughter hair done, her clothes nice, but who is she? What kind of person are you making? Are you making a boss or are you making a slave? Are you teaching her about money? Are you teaching her about investment? Are you teaching her about home ownership? Are you teaching her about having your own business? Are you saving money for her? So instead of buying her every new latest Jordans at 2, how about you save that money until she's 18 so she can take it and maybe invest it into something or buy a house so she can have something when you're not here? It's like, are we teaching our children how to be successful, really successful, not white people successful, not get married, have kids, no, really successful, how to love themselves, how to read, how to find out things about themselves, how to research, just like how to use money, how to save money. I feel like no one ever taught me how to save money, how to learn that for myself, and it's still hard to this day. 5, are we teaching our children true history? Are we teaching our children how to love? I feel like we don't teach our children how to love. Not everyone, but a lot of us, with the way I grew up, looking around, my friends, we're not teaching our children how to love. I remember one of my friend's mother, she was like a love puppy. She like really loved to be in love. She would have all kinds of men come. I remember one time a man beat her, and then she had us, me and her daughter, who were like 10, come and hide knives around the house just in case he went off. Thank God he did it. He saw us and he left. But what if he would have went off? Like, are we teaching our daughters that it's okay to be beaten, it's okay to be cheated on, it's okay for me to do dumb shit and you still stay with me? Are we teaching our daughters that it's okay for daddy to have multiple women, it's okay for daddy to go to jail for a long period of time and come back and act like nothing ever happened? Are we teaching our daughters that mom works and dad stays home? Are we teaching our daughters that dad sells drugs? Are we teaching our daughters that dad's a rapper? I'm not saying that you can't do these things, but we should be more considerate of our children's eyes and ears and what they're hearing and learning at these young ages, because this shit sticks with you when you're an adult. It's shit that some of my parents do that I do internally without realizing it until it clicks that, hey, what the fuck are you doing? So are we teaching our children the right things? Like, the real meaning of life is not to look nice. And like, I saw a little girl dancing to some mask off, whatever, I don't fucking know. She's dancing to the song and she's 3. If she's that smart to learn choreography, she must be smart enough to read and write and do math, right? Are we not teaching her? And we're so excited, like, oh, nay, nay. And then, like, even with our hair, like, are we teaching our children to love themselves or to just learn how to look nice and get by? And number 6, the last thing I'm going to say is we need to teach our children that being an adult is not, because these kids are rushing to grow up just to find out that this shit was a pyramid scheme. Stay young, live your life. So don't throw your kids out into the street. When they're 17 today and 18 tomorrow, they're not old enough to they're not grown now and be able to make decisions for their whole life. We have to guide our children the right way so they can be better than us. I hope this video makes sense to you, because it really came off the top of my head, and I know I'm really coming at you kind of hard with these videos today. But are we teaching our children the right thing? Because being outside in the street, it don't seem like it.